Good day. In this video, let us start our algebra series. And this time, let's start with the basics. Let us do factoring quadratic trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c, where b and c are integers. A quadratic trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c, when it's factorable, meaning it's not a prime trinomial, is the result when two binomials are multiplied. For example, when the two binomials x plus 3 and x plus 5 are multiplied, let's say using the well-known FOIL method, the result will be multiplying the first term, x times x, meaning the first terms of the two binomials, that is x squared. And the outer terms, meaning the first term of the first binomial and the last term of the second binomial, that will be x times 5, 5x. And the inner terms, that meaning the second term of the first binomial and the first term of the second binomial, so that is 3x, and the last terms, meaning the second term of the two binomials, that is 3 times 5, 50. So, multiplying x plus 3 times x plus 5 is x squared plus 8x plus 15. Now, when this resulting trinomial is factored, the answer is x plus 3 times x plus 5. In this video, we will factor the quadratic trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c in the easiest way possible, meaning we deviate from what is taught inside the classroom. But before we can do that, let us do a practice or a related activity, wherein we're going to think of two numbers given their sum and their product. Say for example, think of two numbers whose sum is 10 and whose product is 16. So what are the two numbers? They are 2 and 8, because 2 plus 8 is 10 and 2 times 8 is 16. Or you may say 8 and 2. So no other pair of numbers would give 10 as their sum and 16 as their product, but 2 and 8. Okay, let us have some more practice. Given the sum and product, think of the two numbers. So the sum is negative 13 and the product is 42. What are the two numbers? Okay, that's negative 6 and negative 7. When multiplied, the result is 42. When added, the result is negative 30. Next one. Sum is negative 12 and the product is negative 45. What are the two numbers? Negative 15 and 3, or 3 and negative 15. Negative 15 plus 3 is 12. Negative 15 times 3 is 45. Let us have some more. Sum is 9. Product is negative 36. Find the two numbers. So what are the two numbers? 12 and negative 3. Two more. Sum is 0 and their product is negative 81. What are the two numbers? Okay, that's negative 9 and 9. Negative 9 plus 9 is 0. And negative 9 times 9 is negative 81. Last one. Think of two numbers whose sum is negative 13 and whose product is 0. What are the two numbers? Negative 13 and 0. Okay, let's try it on your own. I will give you 5 pairs or 5 items, and you're going to answer each in 15 seconds. So you're on your own now. First, think of two numbers whose sum is negative 8 and product is negative 65. You have 15 seconds. Go. Okay, did you figure it out? What are the two numbers? Negative 13 and 5. Let's proceed to the next. Sum is negative 11 and their product is 30. You have 15 seconds. Go. So what are the two numbers? Negative 5 and negative 6, or negative 6 and negative 5. Negative 5 plus negative 6 is negative 11. Negative 5 times negative 6 is positive 30. Let's proceed to the next. You have 15 seconds. Sum is 17. Product is 72. Go. So what are the two numbers? You have 8 and 9. Let's proceed to the next. What are the two numbers given their sum is 15 and their product is negative 34? Go. Did you get it? The two numbers are negative 2 and 17. So for the last one, the sum is negative 7. Their product is negative 30. You have 15 seconds. Go. For the last pair of numbers, you have negative 10 and 3. Okay, now we're going to use this activity to our next part, which is factoring quadratic trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c. Let us apply. So factoring quadratic trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c, where b and c are integers, we consider b and c as the sum and product of two numbers respectively. So that means if the two numbers are m and n, then the factors of x squared plus bx plus c is x plus m times x plus n. Easy, isn't it? So we think of two numbers whose sum is equivalent to the b in our form and whose product is equal to the c in our form of the quadratic trinomial, then you can easily give the factors. Let us try some examples. Let's say we have x squared plus 3x minus 40. So in here, we get the value for b and c. We have b as equal to 3 and c as equal to negative 40. So we are thinking of two numbers whose sum is 3 and whose product is negative 40. What are these two numbers? By the previous activity, we can easily get this now. So the two numbers are 8 and negative 5. So if the two numbers are 8 and negative 5, we can simply factor this quadratic trinomial as x plus a times x minus 5. Did you get it? Let us have one more example. Let's say we have a quadratic trinomial using another variable n. So we have n squared minus 2n minus 15. b is negative 2 and c is negative 15. We think of the two numbers again, whose sum is negative 2 and whose product is negative 15. What are the two numbers? If you have practiced the previous activity, then you can easily get these two numbers. They are -5 and 3. Therefore, the factors for this trinomial will be n minus 5 times n plus 3. What about m squared plus 10m plus 21? So we have to have two numbers whose sum is 10 and whose product is 21. The two numbers are 7 and 3. So our factors are m plus 7 times m plus 3. Remember that you can always check whether your factors are correct. From the initial slides, we said that the trinomial is the result of multiplying the two binomials, which are the factors. So if we use FOIL method in here, we have m plus 7 times m plus 3. The first terms, m times m is m squared. Combining the product of the outer terms and the inner terms, that is outer terms 3m, inner terms 7m, combined that will be 10m. And then for the third term of the trinomial, we multiply the second terms of the two binomial factors. That's 7 times 3, 21. Okay, did you get that? Let us have one more example. X squared plus 5x minus 14. So think of the two numbers whose sum is 5 and whose product is negative 14. These are 7 and negative 2. So what are the factors? X plus 7 times x minus 2. You try to check again whether your answer is correct. Multiply the two binomials. Let us have one more example. W squared minus 6w minus 27. So to factor this, we'll have two binomials whose first terms are w's and whose second terms are obtained by getting two numbers or thinking of two numbers whose sum is negative 6 and whose product is negative 27. These are negative 9 and 3. So we can easily write the factors as w minus 9 times w plus 3. Okay, did you get the easy way of factoring the quadratic trinomial of the form x squared plus bx plus c? Then I will give you 5 items. Factor the following quadratic trinomial on your own. For each item, I will give you 15 seconds. S squared plus 8s minus 33. You have 15 seconds on your own. Go. So what are the factors? That is s plus 11 times s minus 3. 11 because 11 and negative 3 because their sum is 8 and their product is negative 33. Okay, next one. X squared plus 9x minus 52. You have 15 seconds. Go. So what are the factors? X plus 13 times x minus 4. Third one, x squared plus 9x minus 52. You have 15 seconds. Go. Okay, we have x plus 13 times x minus 4. X squared minus 17x plus 42. 15 seconds, go. So what are the factors for this trinomial? X minus 14 times x minus 3. Okay, last item. You have x squared minus 9x minus 90. 15 seconds, go. So what are the factors? We have x minus 15 times x plus 6. Thank you. If you would like to have more exercises on this topic in word format, email me or send me a message through Facebook. Please subscribe.